What's going on, guys? This is Miasin, and we have the OCG Metagame Breakdown number 8, 64 top-performing decks from 11 tournaments that were held in Japan, mainland China, and Taiwan during November 20th to 24th. And yeah, nothing new, who cares about that? Alright, Phantom Knight, number 1 best deck, but nobody cares about that because everybody already knew it. Flunderee's second best deck. Yo, look at this, man. Look at, yo, hey. Eldritch was like the second best, and then Flunderee's was like the 5th best. And, oh, look at, all of a sudden, it's the exact opposite. Flunderee second, and then Eldritch 5th. Oh, I wonder what happened. Alright. Yo, people are actually getting the hang of Flunderees, though. You're actually going to see in this article that people, they understand how to, you know, perfectly deck build. And even for Phantom Knight, I think everybody is agreeing on the exact same thing except Artifact Scythe, where people are like really back and forth. But like I said, we're going to see this later on. Alright, 8 Flunderees, 8-7 Brave, Sword Soul Yang Xing Tenyi, finally with a deck list. Again, though, it doesn't exist in the TCG, so don't go thinking that you can copy this, because it does utilize Dangalong. Anyways, Drytron, obviously this deck we have it, but with only 1 Benten, and it's still way too overpowered. 5 Eldritch, the majority of them are playing Pure, but one is playing Destiny Hero Brave, and the other one is playing Lawn Mowing with Brave, Destiny Hero, and Zombie. Very interesting, wow. And I guess that's a luxury that you can afford when you're playing 60 card, because there are a lot of cards that actually generate effects when they are milled. Even if you mill like Celestial and Dasher, it's not like that bad, because at least you can trigger that Celestial, but if you only mill like 1 out of the 2, then you're screwed. Anyways, Invoked, so 2 Destiny Hero Invoked, and then 1 Neos! Okay, Rainbow Neos is actually really interesting. It's kind of comparable to Dragoon and Phoenix Enforcer in a way-ish. Not because it's an interruption, because obviously it's not, but it's a card that you summon off of Anaconda because the fusion spell is fantastic, but it's not on the same level as Dragoon or Phoenix Enforcer. I want to say it's a little worse, actually, because you also need bricks just like Dragoon, but you don't really get your money back, right? Because Phoenix Enforcer, you draw 2 next turn, so that's why I say you get your money back. Anyways, Brave Prank Kids, and then Spiral, and Endymion, Grass Punk Adamantipator, Grass Zombie, Phoenix Brave, Punk Scrap Mech. Jesus, okay. Punk, yo, Punk is actually killing it. Scrap Mecha Phantom Beast, what the frick? Okay, Saga Danger Kaiju Luna, I love that deck. Brandish, okay, sure. I guess without the Phoenix Enforcer. Really fell off a lot in popularity. I know in the TCG, a lot of people are playing Brandish with Phoenix Enforcer, so interesting. And yeah, Tenyi Sword Soul. I'm actually traumatized. I literally cannot believe people completely gave up on Sword Soul, because just the last metagame breakdown, a lot of people actually play Sword Soul. It was the number 3 deck. 6 Sword Soul with 4 Tenyi Sword Soul, and now just 1. Like, it's down here. Like, what happened, man? Oh man, like, I can't believe Spiral is actually at 3, but at the same time, remember that it's only 64 top-performing decks. 11 tournaments, though, definitely a pretty respectable sample size. And also, it's not just 64 participants, right? It's 64 top performing. So it's, you know, top 8 and stuff like that, or maybe top 4, even better. So yeah. Anyways, Tri-Brigade, Zephyra, Adagnister, blah blah blah. Alright, Phantom Knight, so exactly as I said, everybody is agreeing pretty much on the same thing, especially in the side deck. Like, every side deck is the same, but some people are either playing Artifact Scythe in the main deck, some people are side decking 1 Artifact Scythe, or some people are not even considering Scythe at all. They're like, you know, I know it exists, but I'm just going to choose not to play Scythe whatsoever, because I think I might actually encounter so many Eldritch and Flunderees that it's not going to be, you know, a viable card in my side deck, and especially since some people were actually also on Artifact Sanctum, so that's also one thing to consider. But yeah, for the extra deck, basically everything is the exact same thing, and then yeah, the main deck, whatever, literally identical for absolutely everybody, except that one of Artifact Scythe, so that's the only card that actually changes, but it's always a 42 card deck with the exact same ratios of everything. I guess this one actually did play 1 Imperm, so it was on 5 traps, where this one was on 4 traps, but I mean, come on, literally everything else. You know, when there's only a 1 card difference, this is actually worse than GOAT format, right? Because GOAT format, there was a lot of customization, but now it's just, yeah, if you don't play very specifically all these ratios, perfectly, you're just gonna break, or your deck is just not gonna be powerful enough. Because you have to make negates, you have to stop your opponent from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Otherwise, you can't be fair. Anyways, this side deck was slightly different, not on the token collector or even artifact side at all, so very interesting. This is what an extra deck without artifact deck that looks like. So this player is actually on Access Code, whereas this player is only on Boral Sword, and yeah. Alright, so for Flunderies, nothing super interesting to talk about outside of the fact that Apex Avion is no longer the third Tribute Summon monster that people are trying to play. They're actually rather playing the Ryza, and the reason for that is because there's pretty much a loop that you can do when you have two Ryzas. So the first one is strictly interrupting your opponent, but the second one, you're actually recycling back the first Ryza back into the top of your deck. And because of that, you have an infinite loop of always being able to Tribute Summon every single time. So playing 2 Ryza gives you just the perfect grind game, and 1 Impen is way more than enough because you can recycle it back from your Banish with the Tokan, and even if it hits the grave instead of the Banished, you can Banish with the Ostrich and then recycle back with Tokan. So that's a good play that you can do when you randomly have Impen in the graveyard. So that's really cool. Main deck 3-dimension Shifter. I've seen a lot of people make deck profiles and say, oh, if you're not playing Shifter, you're literally not trying to win. I think I can actually maybe agree with that. Yeah, D-Shifter is just way too good to pass on. It's good against absolutely everything that isn't, you know, a mirror match, basically. Or something gimmicky like a Sub-Terror, or maybe Eldritch that just goes set 5 pass. But even then, when you flip Scarlet, it gets banished. If your Eldritch dies, it gets banished. It's kind of rough, eh? But yeah, and the main deck too, Ghost Reaper, when you're, yeah, look at this extra deck, man. Literally almost no cards can actually be summoned. They're basically just Reaper targets. Yeah, this guy has pretty much everything except I can think of maybe Kagari or, I don't know, yeah, literally almost everything. Wow, that's actually insane. Meow Meow and the Battle Butler, and Chijiao and the Baroness. That's actually really sick. And of course the Phoenix Enforcer with no way of making 90% of these monsters, if not more than 90%. I know you can obviously make the Assemble Nightingale, Downerd, and Zeus, because your Flunderies are level 1, but it just conflicts, right? But yeah, anyways, pretty cool main deck. I really like Flunderies. I'm a huge fan. As soon as we get that quickly spell, confirmed tier 1, confirmed. It's so good, man. It fixes so many of the issues of the deck, and it's just insane. And yeah, in the side deck, of course, Token Collector, triple heavy Storm Duster. Harpy's Feather Storm. Yes. Yeah. Hey, Storm Duster. Oh my god. But yeah, so if you resolve this when you go first, you win the game. And a lot of going second cards because this deck, the main issues are going second, not really going first. If you go first, it's just a matter of, are you gonna get a hand shaft? Because if not, well, yeah, nice. But yeah, anyways, the final deck is Brave Tenyi, or whatever. Okay, fine. You get the point. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this one because the majority of the cards are slightly illegal in the TCG. So Destrudo, Double Olion, Jet Synchron, that's 3 banned cards in a row, with Max C, so 4 banned cards, with banned card number 5, banned card number 6. It's the deck with the most amount of cards that are incompatible with the TCG. That's actually crazy. And by the way, look at these guys, man. They're on crack. 1 Long Yuan, 1 Tai, 1 Rhoda. Just, that's it, man. That's the definition of Brave Sword Soul Tenyi. Yeah, bro, I played 2 Gamma Seal in my World Chalice deck. I call it World Chalice Kaiju now. Yeah, this is crazy, man. 2 Ashuna, 2 freaking Vishuda, triple Adara. What a beautiful deck, though. I'm a huge fan, personally. Double Maxi, man, and Droll and Logbird. Fun fact, you can Droll and Logbird yourself on your own turn if your opponent maxes you, and your opponent will no longer be able to draw. However, you will also no longer be able to do pretty much jack shit, so watch out. But yeah, that was basically the original Call by the Grave / Ash for Maxi back in the days. I think I did it like once in my life. If you have ever drolled your opponent's Maxi on your own turn, let me know in the comment section below because that's just hilarious. And yeah, for the extra deck, I don't think anybody cares. Too many banned cards. Side deck, yep. Archnemesis Protos though, real talk, it's actually a pretty good card. I wouldn't main deck it. I would never main deck this card, but it's really good in the side deck. And yeah, in conclusion, Phantom Knight, clearly the best deck. Every single time, it's always first place, and yo, freaking 3 world champions are playing the deck, so again, it just speaks for itself. So that's pretty much it for this OCG metagame breakdown. Let me know what you guys actually think of this breakdown in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.